Thank you, everyone. Next up, I would like to invite on stage CA Manisha Bansal from Kuhu.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for giving this opportunity to Kuhu, a newly registered NBFC for student loans. And I would first like to extend my deep gratitude to C91 Media for organizing this great event and bringing so many luminaries, educators, scholars from a diverse community of people all around Delhi and North India. It is a privilege and an honor to be here today. And I feel that much more elated being a proud daughter of an academician myself. I have great regard and respect for the education community in shaping the future of the entire world. So on that note, I'm going to be very quick and I'll be talking very fast because we've been given a very short window of time to interact with all of you. But before we start something, I wanted to find a way to hear from all of you. So before sharing our ideas or thoughts around Kuhu, what I would really like to do is to invite all of you to participate in a very simple poll. And for that, what do I need from all of you is to take out your phone and on Chrome or Safari, please type menti.com. There's no internet.
मैंने ऑन किया सुबह फोन
कर रहे हैं. So now this is an opportunity for all of you to be students as well and get a sense of when you are asking a lot of questions in your classrooms. So here you are on the other side of the table. So please go on menti.com and put in the code 78882414. A humble urge to just go with the flow and participate. It's just a simple exercise from Kuhu's side to understand your perspective and get the entire group's perspective and knowledge in one forum. The best part is that all of us will be able to see the results right here live on the screen. So I would like everyone to go to menti.com, menti.com, and put the code 78882414. And as you start choosing the option that you like, the flow will keep changing. And all of us will be able to see the overall observation and perspective from the entire room. Puneet, maybe ask people who are outside, if any of the people are having tea, maybe we can request them to come over and be a part of this. Yeah, sorry? It's 78882414. 78882414. And I would like you to answer these questions on behalf of your institution. What percentage of students in your college or university or institution are currently, you believe, are relying on loans? So these are loans to fund their education, just to remove any ambiguity. Has everyone got the opportunity to answer? Shall we move ahead? Yeah? All right. Here's next question for you. What was the primary reason for choosing your current lending partners? So I'm sure every institution has spoken to some bank, public sector bank, private bank, NBFCs in the education loan space, just to facilitate and to ensure that talented students do not drop out due to lack of financial assistance and financial aid. While as a country we all are trying our best to provide scholarships, to provide government aids, there is a large part of the community which is still not part of a formal education system, especially when it comes to the higher education. And you are able to see live, like, what are people choosing. So whoever has not logged in can just log in now and please answer these questions. Great. Anyone else looking to answer? You can just raise a hand and show me if you want. All right, shall we move to the next question? What challenges you believe as the decision-making authorities, as senior decision-making personnel in your individual capacities, what are some challenges that you believe you face while you are working with these lending institutions? Banks, private banks, public sector banks, NBFCs. So there's a whole plethora of institutions who, and as government and as RBI is always aggressive and nudging banks to give more and more education loans, because as a country, education is the second most important, second prioritized household expense for every middle to low income household. So as part of our Sanskriti, we all believe in Vidya over Lakshmi, right? So education is clearly an important aspect, but we are still not an inclusive society per se. We will be sharing some numbers later. Next question. What is the most common reason you believe that students are denied loans? Anybody who wants to join the quiz now also can join. It is menti.com, menti.com, and put the code 78882414. Thank you everyone for joining and responding. Shall we move on to the last question? So do you believe students at your institution face difficulties in securing education loans in the current setup? Humble request, everyone please respond. This will give us a sense of how we are working as a group of the most empowering community for the future of the nation. How are we able to assist them or support them financially, the students? All right. So taking cue from this, we can see that 8 people have said that significant number of students in my college struggle to get loans, right? If we go to the first question here, that how many, 53% people say who are sitting in this group here in this room today believe that more than 20% of their students need financial assistance. And that is the story I want to talk about. while I got a great presentation to share with all of you, in the interest of time, I'm not going to be running you through all the slides. I'll attempt my best to give you some key pointers to think about what role you, as the decision makers, as the people who are sitting at the top layer, as the people who have the bird's eye view of what's going on in these institutions and what we can do to empower every single student who comes at your doorstep for a brighter future, for a brighter education, how you can help all of them. So on that note, I'm going to quickly say that we are representing Kuhu. Kuhu is a student loan RBI registered NBFC, started by two of the most experienced student loan industry veterans, Prashant Bhosle and Sridhar Hebar. They were both Prashant was the co-founder of HDFC Credla, the first private student loan company in India. And Sridhar himself deployed funds of more than 10,000 crores for abroad education loans with an NPA of less than 0.5%. And HDFC Credla is one of the most valuable financial institutions globally. As a testament, they have been able to deploy funds of the order of 40,000 crores, right? That is $5 billion of loans in a span of 15 years with an NPA of less than 0.5%. What these statistics show us, that there is a huge potential, and if they can do it, Credla has shown the way that if they can do it, we can do it. So there are many, many big venture capitalists. So Kuhu is funded by one of the biggest private equity funds in the Silicon Valley called Westbridge Capital. And they are truly very, very aggressive about the potential of growth in the segment, and that growth helping and empowering every talented Indian student to pursue the education of their dreams and to head towards a brighter future. So this is the story I want to talk about today. And to take a cue from our first speaker, Mr. Sandeep ji, he spoke about that every year the number of students going abroad is increasing. And one of the bigger factors is that there are more companies available to give loans for studying abroad. So there are 3 or 4 major players, private major players. Along with that, there are banks who are comfortable giving higher education loans for abroad. Can someone pick a guess of why we are so comfortable giving loans for studying abroad? Good CTC, yes. This is one of the biggest reasons why we are able to fund abroad education loans. So I was studying data and statistics, and I wanted to come and talk about the current situation, because in the past 5 years, education has gone through its own journey of transformation, where 5 years ahead, virtual courses and online classes were looked down. They were like the step cousin, the junior and the less educated step cousin of hardcore physical classroom education, right? All of you here might agree with me. But that spectrum has changed completely. We have adopted this model of learning education in a way where every individual has access to world-class education through internet. So, but what is happening in India? So what he said is absolutely right, that in India, the NPA's regards to education loans is 7 to 8%. Whereas NPAs, the bad loans in any other category of retail loans for banks, is less than 1.5%. So can you see, this is a massive problem, right? for banks to support 8% NPAs where they are giving education loans at 8.5%, they are virtually losing money. So banks are struggling, and out of those NPAs, 90% of NPAs happen for loans which are under 10 lakh of rupees. So this is a huge paradox that we need to solve at a country level. And all colleges, all institutions, academia, industry, and lending services have to collaborate to ensure that we are able to provide education to everyone in an empowering manner, right? So since we are coming to an end, I'm just going to take 30 seconds over every slide. So the first slide talks about, basically what we are talking about is that there are 4.5 crore students in the higher education system today, but even they are 30% of the eligible population in that same age group. So out of every 100 youth in the age group of 18 to 23, currently out of 100, only 30 students go to college. Right? Only 5% of these 4.5 crore people are able to get an education loan. We'll be very happy to share this presentation. Subhash and Puneet, who are part of our Delhi team, they will be sharing the entire presentation with everyone. We have collated a lot of data and statistics, which I'm not able to take you through. One big takeaway, what I would like all of you to sit upon, to internalize, is how Kuhu's journey can be different from any other bank or banks or lending institutions that you are already collaborating with. If we do an embedded model where the student can apply directly through your website, the loan can be disbursed in less than 2 days. The student has to do the process very quickly, like less than half of the documents they need to submit. And the institutions they don't have to struggle with dropouts of talented students. Yes. So I'll just walk through the slides that this will give you a great advantage in terms of attracting talented students who are dropping out from colleges. So partnering with Kuhu is fairly simple. You need to talk to our sales team, and we can do a back-end collaboration through your CRM and immediate, so no fee defaults and deferrals for colleges and attracting good quality education students. So this is what it looks like. So collaboration with Kuhu looks like more access, more students, and more success for your institution. Students are able to apply and get a loan very quickly to study in your specific college, which will help your college to have stress-free parents and students and higher admissions and lesser dropouts. On that note, so this is the vision of our CEO, Mr. Prashant Bhosle, a very deeply and highly respected financial industry professional who has more than 3 decades of experience in this domain and is well known across the strata, and his mission is to make every Indian student Atmanirbhar. So once again, thank you 9-1 Media for this opportunity, and I've tried to squeeze in the entire Ramayan in like 2 mankas, is what I can say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Manisha ma'am, for sharing your wonderful vision of making Indian students Atmanirbhar with all of us. Now, I would like to request Professor Rajesh Sahai, Chairman, High Rank Business School, to felicitate Manisha ma'am with an award.
That should be. वो स्क्रीन चल रही है।